Welcome to the student tutorial on using a blog. If your instructor has given you information about using the blog tool for your course, this is how you would access this tool to complete your assignments. You could be in a class blog, so everyone has access to this particular tool. They can post, they can read what others post. It would be very similar to a discussion board at that time. What is more common is you will be broken up into groups and put into a specific blog. So let's say as a student you were assigned by your instructor to the group A. So you will work in the group A blog. If you look beneath the toolbar over here on the left, you will see that there are some additional items that aren't normally there in a typical class. We're talking about you being added to the Group A blog. So if you need to access this blog, you will just click on the group blog. You get a whole bunch of items listed down here. You generally only need to refer to the first one. You could go to the second one as well, but the first one will take you where you need to be. So we've now entered the blog, the Group A blog. There usually will be a title of the blog. In this case, Group A blog. You've been told you're assigned to this. If you tried to go to another blog and you were not assigned to that blog, you would not be able to see it. So you will be able to get to see and have access to the blog that you've been assigned to. Here we have a post that's in the blog. It just says this is the group, the blog for Group A. Here's the person who posted it, and here's the date and time that it was posted. You have a number of different options. We're going to show you how to start by making a comment. This is nothing more than opening up a dialog box and start typing. And all you do at this point, you do have spell check down here if you feel like you need to do that. Click Add. Now you'll notice that the comments have changed from 0 to 1. If I or any other member of this group wanted to see what the comments are, I can actually click on there and see what the comments are. Another student can do just what I just showed you there, and that is to add the comments. If I wanted to start a completely new thread, if you think about the discussion board, starting a new thread, or in this case creating a blog entry, I would click on that. You can give the blog entry a title, and then you have this text box to write in. As you can see from the toolbar, you can do all kinds of other things. You can add links, you can add attachments, photos, you can copy and paste, use all the various tools, bold, italic, and underline, any of those types of things, whatever you would normally use in the toolbar. So you would put some text in here. Whatever that happens to be. Again, you can add all kinds of various things in here. You can attach a file by going to your computer. And then you'll post the entry. So now we have, here's the first entry right here, created by this individual. In this case, that's the instructor. And then here's the next entry. You see they work from the bottom up. The bottom is the oldest, the top is the newest. Notice there's 0 comments here because no one has commented. Also, if you look over here to the side, you can see in this particular group blog there has been 2 entries and there's been 1 comment. This will change as people post to the board. Here's a list of the students. Now, until a student actually makes a post, even though they are in the group, your name will not be listed until you actually either make a comment. Actually, these are entries, so you have to actually create a blog entry for your name to be listed here, and depending on the number of entries that you create, that information will be listed over here on the side. Here's an index. You can actually go and pull up one of these. If you think about this like a discussion board, once you get 15, 20 of these in and a bunch of comments, sometimes using the index is a great way to do that. Okay, that's pretty much it. It's not any harder than really posting on a discussion board. You will either create a blog entry if you want to start some new conversation, or you will comment on an entry that somebody else had. If you hit comment in this particular spot, it will build like a tree, like a discussion tree, very similar to what you see in the Blackboard discussion board, so that they will take all of the comments related to this entry and they'll all be located in the same spot, and they'll be right here. If you want to access any of those comments, you can pull those out by clicking on comment. And that's all there is to it. So this is how to use a blog from the perspective of the student. Thanks.